Step-by-step process on how to do a proper rolling mount. And I say rolling mount intentionally because we don't want to do the flying mount where you jump up and just land on your crotch, because one, that's not safe, two, potential injury. So it's a skip, hop, slide. So first part of the process, notice I have my sneakers on just to make it easier, keeps the feet safe. You don't need to set up your shoes with rubber bands every time. So you practice this with your sneakers, and then you practice out and ins in your shoes just while you're riding any point in time. So the first step in the process is just learning how to lean your bike away from you so you get comfortable with pushing the bike away. And so it'll look just like this. So as I'm rolling around, I'm just pushing the bike away here, and that gets myself comfortable without having to stay centered over the top tube, because you can't mount well like that, like this. So I'm just getting comfortable pushing the bike away from me. Okay, that's step one. Then step two is bringing the foot around and bringing it through. So the reason you bring your foot around is because it helps learn how that you can steer. This is really for the dismount, but it also helps you be able to steer the bike while the bike's away from you. So a lot of athletes tend to kind of stay centered over the top tube because they don't feel comfortable with the bike pushed away from them. So this helps. So this is the next step of the process. Bring the foot around and then bring it through. And the reason we bring it through, because if you leave it behind, you only have a third of a stride before your other foot has to hit the ground. Nina and I were just actually talking about, so that's when athletes rush off the pedal and it tends to flick the foot, was when your shoe goes flying. So if you bring the foot through, you have a nice long stride. So foot comes around and I bring it through in front of me, because then I have a full stride, boom, boom, nice and smooth on the dismount. But this is also getting comfortable, setting you up for a good mount process, because you're comfortable steering the bike and being away from the bicycle. So all we do is bring the foot around and glide. And just steer left, right, straight, whatever, and then set you up for the dismount. Okay, so now let's talk about the mount. Pedals will be flat, right? So first part of it, so it's a skip, hop, slide. And what that's gonna look like, two hands on the handlebars, skip off the inside foot, hop off the outside foot, slide onto the saddle as your other foot kind of has one stutter step, and then push. And then you center up and put both feet down, okay? So from that angle, this is what it looks like. That's it. Skip, hop, slide. Keep the feet up and bring both feet down at the same time. If one foot comes down before the other, your shoe gets tugged by the rubber band, and then you're trying to put your foot on the top of a shoe, or even worse, the bottom of a shoe, or the rubber band may break and it starts flying around on you. So you don't have a nice flat place to put your feet on top. I also recommend putting your feet on top of the shoes and getting down the road. A lot of athletes will mount and then they're riding their bicycle about 5 miles an hour looking down, trying to find the holes in their shoe. One, they're going really slow, but two, you have athletes going all around you and you're staring down at your shoes, which is not safe. So I encourage you to kind of keep your eyes down the road, skip, hop, slide, put both feet on top, get down the road. So get as fast as you can, get with the group. Think about getting down the road as your first priority, as opposed to getting in your shoes. That's not your first priority, okay? So that's what the whole thing looks like. How we can learn how to get comfortable there is literally just put your thigh on the saddle and then push. And you can glide and steer just like this. I can steer right, steer left. Okay, because this is how you mount, and then you just center up and put both feet down. Now the next part of the process is just walking through the motions. Okay, so set your pedals up and literally walking pace. Steering by the stem, because we know if we steer by the saddle, that wheel can get away from you and you go over your bicycle. So we steer by the stem. We're running, running, running. Both hands. Skip, hop, thigh, center up, both feet down. And then for the dismount, foot comes around, foot comes through. Big long stride back to the stem to steer. And I can steer nice and tight and have about 70% speed. We've done that a few times, gotten the motion. Now we're just kind of jogging through it. The key there is maintain forward momentum. Don't stop and hop backwards, okay? Maintain that forward lean and that forward momentum. And then we can pick it up to a little more of a race pace. So we'll have that crack in the road be the mount line. 2-step past the mount line to make sure, step, step. Step-by-step process, getting comfortable. Now let's talk about how to set up the shoes. So if you would, kind of zoom in here. So we set up the shoes with the right pedal forward because we don't want rubber bands back here in this mess, okay? So right shoe, right pedal. It's actually best if you put your feet in, so that way make sure you don't put the right shoe on the left pedal on the wrong sides. This one in, make sure they're open. I like to put baby powder in my bike shoes too, makes it a little easier. And here's the thing, don't get the variety pack of rubber bands because you never know if they're gonna break or not. So I use size 16. Keep them around for a couple years. They'll get nice and aged and they'll break pretty easy usually. So make sure you have the same size so it's consistent. And then to set them up, put them through the loophole and then get kind of one longer side here, kind of pull it taut. And rather than just loop it around here, where it could bounce off easily, wrap it behind, back up through. So it's gone behind, back up through, and then across. That way it's not gonna come undone if your pedals start moving or you walk backwards or anything like that, okay? And then for the other shoe, again, same size rubber band. Open, baby powdered. Oh, and make sure you find the gear that you want before you do this. And then really you can put this wherever you want. So what I tend to do, what I've done lately anyways, is around the water bottle cage. Just like so, because I don't really want to put it around the derailleur. Really, you can put it around the derailleur and it's not going to hurt anything. It'll snap or break. And that's pretty much it. But then you have a nice flat surface to put your foot on top of. And if the rubber band doesn't break, you can just reach down and pop it. You pull it up and it snaps away from you so it doesn't hurt. But usually they pop on their own, okay? And that's pretty much it. So let's talk about getting in and out of your shoe. So you're riding down the road, foot's on top of the pedal, riding. We're either at full speed and there's no groups around us, or we've caught a group and caught a pack, and we know that it's a good time to get in our shoes. All you're gonna do is, without looking, keeping your eyes down the road, 2 fingers on the inside or the outside, whatever your preference, to open it up, slide your foot in, bring your finger around as a shoehorn, fasten, that's it, okay? So again, practice that until you can do it without looking because you want to keep your eyes on the road. And then to get out of your shoe, loosen it up and then hold this loop here. And here's the thing, don't just let go of it because obviously without rubber bands, it's just going to dangle, okay? It's going to do this. So if you take your foot off, and then you're like, oh crap, I can't find my shoe, and you're staring down, meanwhile, everybody's sprinting around you, okay? So what I recommend is when you get out of your shoe, you're in your shoe, get out of your shoe, loosen it, hold the back of the shoe, don't let go, and just place your foot on top. Let your toes just curl around the front. That gives you more control of your shoe. And that's it. And then you're out and going to the dismount like we just showed, okay? So there's a good look at the start to finish. If you have any more specific questions, let me know. Thanks.